Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe inside the premises of your house. Please follow the instructions carefully that have been given to you by your elders and do your work on time. Previously, we have sent you assignments that you have already done in your copy. Now we will proceed further with a new chapter in your grammar, that is tenses. First of all, we'll try to understand what do we mean by the term tense. What are tenses? Tenses are the form taken by a verb to show the time of an action or the state of an event. I'll repeat it again. Tenses are the form taken by a verb to show the time of an action or the state of an event. There are three tenses: the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. Now further, these tenses are subdivided into four forms. Each of the three tenses has four forms or subdivisions to show continuity or completeness of the action and time. These are indefinite, continuous or imperfect, perfect, perfect continuous. Now we will try to understand all the three types of tenses with their forms. In the horizontal line, we have given here three tenses that are present, past and future, and all the four forms of these three tenses have been given in the vertical lines, that are simple forms, progressive forms, perfect forms, and perfect progressive forms. Now we will see in the table how do we use these tenses. In the present simple forms, we use first form of the verb plus s or es. In the present progressive forms, we use am or is or are plus first form of verb plus ing. In the present perfect forms, we use have or has plus third form of verb. In the present perfect progressive forms, we use have or has been plus first form plus ing. To proceed further, we'll see the past tense. In the past simple forms, we use the second form of verb. In the past progressive forms, we use was or were plus first form of verb plus ing. In the past perfect forms, we use had plus third form of verb. And in the past perfect progressive forms, we use had been plus first form of verb plus ing. Now we shall know about the future tense. In the future simple forms, we use will or shall plus first form of verb. In the progressive future forms, we use will be plus first form of verb plus ing. In the future perfect forms, we use will have plus third form of verb. And lastly, in the future perfect progressive forms, we use will have been plus first form of verb plus ing. Now we will try to understand all the four forms of tenses. The first one is the indefinite tense. The indefinite tense does not indicate whether the action is complete or not. Secondly, the continuous tense or the imperfect tense. The continuous imperfect tense says that the action is still going on. The third is the perfect tense. The perfect tense indicates that the action is complete, finished, or perfect. And the fourth form, the perfect continuous tense, indicates that the action began in the past and is still continuing. Children, now we will try to understand all the types of tenses separately. First, we'll start with the simple present tense. In the simple present tense, the first rule is first of all, we use the subject and then the first form of the verb plus the object. It expresses a general truth or an action that is occurring now. For example, the sun rises from the east. It also expresses an action that occurs regularly or habitually. Example, she goes to the school regularly. In the simple present tense, the affirmative sentences, example, they play. Negative sentences, they do not play. Interrogative sentences, do they play? Here the verb comes before, since it is an interrogative sentence. And then the negative interrogative sentences, do they not play? Now we'll proceed further with the present continuous tense. The form of the present continuous tense is subject plus is, am or plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. The present continuous tense is used to express an action which is happening at a particular time in the present and extending over a period of present time. Present continuous tense, how do we write them? In the affirmative sentences, we write, you are playing. Negative sentences, you are not playing. Interrogative sentences, are you playing? Negative interrogative sentences, are you not playing? Now here we can see that we are using the subject plus the form of the verb, first form of the verb, plus ing. Hope you are able to understand this. Now, the third form of the present tense, that is the present perfect tense. How do we write them? We start with the subject plus has or have plus third form of the verb plus object. In where do we use has? We use has in the where the subject is singular, and we use have when the subject is plural. Also, remember children that we use have with you and I. With these two also we use, along with the plural, these two we also use have. Then comes the present perfect tense, denotes an action that was started in the past and has just been completed. How do we write them? Affirmative sentences, I have played. See, as I told you, since I is singular, but still we have used have here. How do we write a negative sentence in the present perfect form? We will write, I have not played. Interrogative sentences, have I played? And negative interrogative sentences, have I not played? Here you can clearly see that the action has been already completed, but it has completed just now. So it will be termed as a present perfect tense. Now comes the present perfect continuous tense. The form of writing a present perfect continuous tense is subject plus has or have plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. The present perfect tense is used when an action that started in the past is still continuing. That means the action has already begun, but at the time of speaking, then the action was still going on. How do we write them? In affirmative sentences we write, we have been playing. In negative sentences we write, we have not been playing. Interrogative present perfect continuous sentences are, have we been playing? And negative interrogative sentences, have we not been playing? Children, now we will move further with the second type of tense, that is past tense. We will start with simple past tense. How do we write a simple past tense? we'll use the subject plus the second form of the verb plus the object. When do we use simple past tense? A simple past tense is used for an action which happened at a particular time in the past. How do we write them? In affirmative sentences, we write, I played. Negative sentences, we write, I did not play. How do we write an interrogative sentence? Did I play? And a negative interrogative sentence, did I not play? Now comes the past continuous tense. To write a past continuous tense, we use first the subject plus was or were plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. When do we use past continuous tense? The past continuous tense is used for an action which was happening at a particular time in the past. Means an action was going on at the time of report and it had already been ended. For example, in the affirmative sentence, how do we write a past continuous tense? Boys were playing. So it is being reported here that boys were playing sometime in the past. And how do we write a negative sentence? That boys were not playing. How do we write an interrogative past continuous sentence? Were boys playing? Now here there is a question. Were the boys playing sometime in the past? And in a negative interrogative sentence, were boys not playing? Now comes the past perfect tense. To write a past perfect tense, we use the subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. The past perfect tense is used to express an action that was completed before another action started in the past. It is used with the earlier of the two actions. The simple past tense is used with the other action. We will understand with this with the help of an example. How do we write a past perfect sentence in an affirmative way? Sheila had played. In a negative sentence, how do we use it? Sheila had not played. Interrogative sentences, had Sheila played? And negative interrogative sentences, had Sheila not played? Now comes the past perfect continuous tense. To write a past perfect continuous tense, we use a subject with had plus been plus first form of the verb plus object. When do we use it? The past perfect continuous tense is used for an action that began before a certain point in the past and continued up to that point. We write it as, in affirmative sentences, Ria had been playing. Negative sentences, Ria had not been playing. Interrogative sentences, had Ria been playing? And negative interrogative sentences, had Ria not been playing? Now children, we will try to understand the third type of tense, that is the future tense. To begin with, we'll start with simple future tense. To write a simple future tense, we use the subject plus will or shall plus first form of the verb plus object. The simple future tense is used for an action that will take place at a particular time in the future. How do we write a simple future tense? In affirmative sentences, we write, Ravi will play. In negative sentences, we write, Ravi will not play. An example for the interrogative simple future sentence is, will Ravi play? And negative interrogative sentence, will Ravi not play? Now comes the second form, that is the future continuous tense. To write a future continuous tense, we use the subject plus will or shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. The future continuous tense is used to express an action which will be in progress at a particular time in the future. That means the action will start at some time in the future and will continue for up to some time. This we will understand with some examples. Affirmative sentences in a future continuous form, we write, I will be playing. Negative sentences, I will not be playing. Interrogative sentences, shall I be playing? That means it is still not confirmed that whether the person will be playing in some time in future or not. And negative interrogative sentence, shall I not be playing? Now comes the future perfect tense. To write a future perfect tense, we use subject plus shall or will plus have plus third form of the verb plus object. When do we use it? We use a future perfect tense to indicate the completion of an action by a certain period of time in the future. That means that the action that will take place in the future will be completed in a given period of time. This we can understand with the given examples. Affirmative sentences, she will have played. That means the girl will have played at this time the game whichever is supposed to be played by her. It will be done by this time in the future. Then comes the negative sentence, she will not have played. Interrogative sentences, will she have played? And a negative interrogative sentence, will she not have played? Now comes the last one, that is the future perfect continuous tense. First, we will use the subject plus shall or will plus have been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. The future perfect tense is used when an action is to continue up to a certain point of time in the future. That means he will start the game, the person will start the game sometime in the future and the action will continue for a certain period of time. In affirmative sentences, in a future perfect continuous tense, we write, Raj will have been playing. In a negative sentence, we write, Raj will not have been playing. Then comes the interrogative sentence, will Raj have been playing? And in a negative interrogative sentence, it will come, will Raj not have been playing? We hope, students, that you were able to understand all the types of sentences with their forms. We have dealt with them separately and given with examples. You try to take a revision of it and then do the assignments given. Thank you.